I feel like that later on into the round executing style probably gives Flipside the edge, but what we can say for certain from the Nuke game is that HellRaisers were actually coming out in force, whereas we're always concerned about inconsistency with them normally.
That's true. Yep, that is certainly true. And if they can carry that form coming forward here, I could definitely see them causing a bit of an upset.
Simple.
But it is an exchange of frags there. Simple takes down a Drendoz here beforehand, gets the frag, but this is what we're talking about. The strength in numbers. And HellRaisers are bulldozing over this site. Well, that it was the last remaining player, and he gets dropped. So HellRaisers do get the pistol round. But if you remember back to Nuke, it was the identical thing as well. On T's side, they were on pistol, and they won it. So we're expecting another 3-0, surely.
Well, we will see. I definitely feel like you're much less likely to get the turnaround from the Force Buy right now on this map than on Nuke. HellRaisers look like they're going to stick with that bulldozing style. Moving on towards the site right now. Angel sprays through just as the flash bangs and the rest of the team move on through. Mao gets the first kill, and Dozier is exchanging blows with Blade elsewhere. Pushes out, gets the kill. And that is going to very nicely set them up for the bottom putt.
Yep, indeed it will. And this would be a tall order to ask for. They may even think about potentially saving a couple of these pistols because they do have a couple flashes and Kevlar. And retaking against 5 players with weapons. It's going to be a knife from Simple. I was just about to say, does Angel have any idea what's waiting for him? So Simple's going to have a bunch of money going forward into the next round there. But that's all it's going to be. There's a bit of egg smeared on the face of Angel. It will be a 2-0 at the end of this round. And Simple could be finding himself taken down from the Mac-10. The Swiss cheesemaker, there we go. Back of the head, rip and piece Simple. 3-on-2, but that bomb is going to explode. But they do manage to save 2 pistols with armor. So Deagle and 5-7 are actually pretty solid going forward into this third round.
Yeah, I mean, they're both pistols with which you can create that first kill to try and then, get a rifle, do more from it with that. So we'll see if World Edit can make something happen. I've actually not been that impressed thus, today with his Deagle play. His AWP was great, last map, but his Deagle, we saw him buy it a couple of times, and I don't think he really did too much with it on any of them.
I'm honestly just not a fantastic Deagle player myself, or a fan of the Deagle, honestly. I think it's in the right hands, it can be phenomenal, but it's just so random at times, the way it works. Look at that pop flash from Bondic. He comes out spraying with the 5-7, but doesn't get any kills. There we go. Finally gets one back in return before falling. Ooh. And there we go, as if World Edit's like, hey, Spud, shut up, mate. I'm pretty solid with this Deagle.
Don't you screw with my Deagle, man.
It's the anti-commentator's curse. He's just saying he's bad and he ends up being good. But here we go. Dozier again with that Mac-10. Is just charging into A. 0 cares we're given that day, but Markelov with the P2K does step up to the plate and gets the kill for himself. And now suddenly it's back onto a 1-on-2 situation, and it's going to be a picked up round from Flipside on an eco.
Yeah, really nicely done there, but a lot of it came down to how much Bondic slowed them up there. Even with the pop flash, he put down some damage, he was able to duck in and out and take 1-for-1 at the end, so gave a lot of opportunities for Flipside to then kind of react, think about things for a second, close in. So, nicely done. But, I mean, yeah, the Deagle is phenomenal, but it's kind of a ridiculous gun in that, it's faster to swap back and forth between your weapons than wait for the accuracy reset. You must 1-Deag or you're worthless. That's why I hate it, because I'm terrible at aiming.
That could be a problem. Not just for Deagle,
but just a problem. Yeah, that has been a problem in general for me.
Yeah. But it is going to be a buy-up round from Flipside, Techno and Angel. And whereas before they were just steamrolling into sites, a lot of respect shown now, understandably, now that CTs do have themselves weapons. World Edit with the AWP is going to be taking that one long. And one of the reasons why I think World Edit is just such a strong AWPer is he's so unpredictable, Spud. It's a great aspect to have when AWPing, to never be in the same position twice, to have almost a sixth sense to know where the enemy is going to be and get those quick picks. And World Edit seems to, when he's on form anyway, he seems to have that down to a T. However, Bondic is the first to fall here, and the terrorists are in a pretty good shape to push onto this site. Oh, that's a dink in the back of the head of Simple. That could be huge.
Oh, that is so awkward, but Flipside continuing to hold on for now. Markelov going to go down to Adrian, and back and forth. I don't think they know Simple's there, though, and he is sneaking around the corner. going to find anyone here. It could happen very, very soon. Adron has been taken out of the picture, although they will return fire, leaving World Edit now in a 1v2. If he knows Kuch is there, if he knows he's on low health, he'll switch to the pistol, but doesn't seem to. And he's left now hopping around the place, trying to find anyone, because if he can get one kill, he can isolate the other 1v1, and then he can really start to make plays, but not to be this time.
Anyone wanting to improve on CS, watch back that frag from Angel. His crosshair placement was absolutely perfect. You just saw instantly, as soon as the player comes around the corner, World Edit, pop, his head's taken clean off his shoulders. Such an underrated aspect of Counter-Strike that Angel has down to a T. So HellRaisers now pick up the 3-1, and I do wonder how much that team wounding affected that round for Flipside. They pretty much put themselves down to like 10 HP on 3 of them.
That was super, super nasty. I mean, to a degree, it's less impactful than if you take damage from the enemy, because they're not going to know you've done it normally, unless they somehow see the team dink happen. But yeah, really, really poor there. Very expensive, however. You still have that AWP. Simple. Not going to be giving up quite yet. Angel coming around the corner just as he switches out! And that is a very unfortunate kill there. That timing.
Yep, timing. Really can separate the men from the boys. Especially on a map like Overpass. There's a lot of these kind of situations around Connector in particular that can prove to really be a coin toss at times. Well, that behind the bomb site itself on the new boxes, he's in a good position. He's poised to strike. There's now 3 players moving into close proximity onto A. They all have pistols though, and that bomb is getting planted from out. Angel peering across the CT spawn, sees nothing, so he's going to back on off. And our flip side with Bondik, Blade and Markelov with pistols have a lot of work to do. They do get the first kill in this exchange, so that's a good start for them. But this snowball should certainly start to go in the favour of HellRaisers. There we go. Easy peasy, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, nicely done indeed. They are definitely building themselves quite a lead here at 1-4, and HellRaisers at the moment mostly seem to be just raw talent bulldozing at the moment. It's not like they're making especially clever, rotations or catching people out particularly. It's just heavy component of getting those 1v1s, and that's always HellRaisers. They've got the raw talent to go, head to head with even the best teams out there.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. All 10 players on this map right now, on their day, can just be world beaters, and Kutcher putting bullets to foreheads, and Blade is on the receiving end of a battering there. So HellRaisers already 4-1 to the good on T side, which would have been definitely unexpected from a lot of people, myself included, are looking to stamp their 5th round as well. You're seeing a bit of toing and throwing on short. 2 players there from Flipside, gonna line up for Dozier. And he obliges with a quick-fire double, and Adren gets himself one. Suddenly it's all on World Edit with a P250. He's coming down from A, and he is, well, he's dead. There's no easier way of saying it. 5-1, and HellRaisers, they've started so confidently here.
Yeah, the engine is rolling right now. They are in very, very good shape to continue this momentum. This will be the buy up here for HellRaisers, though, as well as Flipside there, picking up the AWPs on both sides. And that's actually a little bit curious to me in that, how would you say it's best to use an AWP on this map, Metters?
Personally, I feel if you've got a good spawn for it, then peek mid towards Fountain. That can work both ways. If you're an AWP, you can also try and peek into toilets from Fountain. But you do see a lot of AWPers also going to B, and alternatively through long. So there's no real easy answer here, but I feel it's very dependent on spawns and trying to read what the opposition's doing. If they're constantly stacking long, for example, if you've got a good spawn for it, go peek it. So, again, Overpass is one of those kind of maps where it's very dependent on spawn for the AWPers. Mao, surely, I thought he had enough time to land that shot, to be honest with you. It seemed like he hung forever in the air.
Yeah, it's weird as well, because I'm pretty sure he should have seen just the tip of the rifle poke out from a previous jump, because he kind of looked over to the left just as the gun came up in the right-hand side, but didn't seem to register it, and wasn't ready for the second jump. So, nothing doing for now, but Simple is going to find the first kill, get traded back, though, on to him by Mao, and World Edit now going aggressive, pushes out, gets a first kill. and looks to back away. But this has all been a bit of a ploy by HellRaisers. They've actually managed to sneak around onto B site. Now Blade, he's going to actually peek out, get caught out a bit by Dozier, but just turn around and win the fight anyway. Now leaving us with this 2v1 and a bad position for Angel. Does get one. Adrian now, all to do.
He's in a really good position to clutch this round. The bomb is planted in a precarious spot, though. He's going to have to go for this one. He's spraying through and he gets the 1v3 clutch. I was going to say he's in the perfect position to get this clutch right now. The one place they would have not expected him to be coming from, Adren, was from the back from CT spawn. And he played that one to perfection. 6-1. And Flipside desperately needed that round, Spud. That is going to be crippling for them.
It's really going from bad to worse for them at the moment, because that looked like their round. That should have been their round. Then the moment it looks like they've got it all in the bag and they may be able to start building up a run of rounds, suddenly they get crushed. And that's what I mean about HellRaisers being clutch. Sometimes they can really shine in those situations. Now they're going to be moving on, sweeping up a couple of kills as they move on towards A side. Looks like it's not going to be anything too clever here. Just a slow push. They do have to be a little bit careful, but they're covering for simple.
It should be just another day at the office here for HellRaisers. Bondik and Markelov. All that remain. P250s in hand. Bondik could get himself a frag here, but he's making a lot of noise. Angel will get this kill. Guaranteed. Yep, easy peasy. And now Markelov trying to channel his inner Adren, and does take down Adren now with the P250. But that's all he's going to get from this round. And HellRaisers, even if CT's managed to go on a storm and win the next 7 rounds, 8-7 would still be a fantastic call for HellRaisers on T side. And that's best case scenario for CTs right now. HellRaisers would still be happy with that. So you're looking at maybe even double digits here for HellRaisers. The way they've been playing, they can even finish this at like 11-4 kind of scoreline on T side.
Yeah, and I mentioned one of the strengths for Flipside on this map is their slow tactical play might well work out for them. But they haven't even got to T side yet, so all that's happening is they're getting out-dueled, and they're getting also quite badly out-rotated as well. As you can see, you've got stuff like Simple there, peeking out, then gets the first shot off, but misses, loses the duel. Then a nice flank follow from HellRaisers. They're going to be also finding another fight there against Blade, where they come out on top. Will did it. All to do here. He needs to hold it off if he can, but has had no luck so far, and they will push onto the side now, covering it with an AWP of their own. Dozier plants the bomb and now has actually been taken out, as has Adrian, who's now with a 2-on-2. The retake is potentially on, but they have no information on Angel. He is sneaking around behind.
Yeah, and again, the pressure is on the CTs because that bomb has been planted. Markelov, last remaining player, he has to make a move for the site, and in doing so, opens himself up to Angel from Toilets, and that's going to be 8-1 on T side, Spud. I would never in a million years have guessed that we'd be seeing this scoreline. I thought Flipside would bounce back with a vengeance after that nuke performance.
Yeah, there's a word that starts with T and ends with T that may describe some of the problems they're facing here.
Is it 4 letters?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm on board with you, bro.
Yeah. I and L are the other ones, in case anyone is suffering from a severe case of brain problems, thinking. Nothing offensive is said ever here on this channel.
Well, not when I'm casting anyway.
Well, that depends on your definition of offensive.
Well, that's also true. Dozier, oh, he switches his weapon, but he's still going to get the kill. That was a bit... I bet his backside puckered up a tiny bit there. Bondik and Markelov. Oh, deja vu. I'm pretty sure there's these 2 players alive. But they actually die in the reverse way. I'm assuming that Bondik dies. I mean, he could pull off a dream play of 1v5 clutch with a P250 in hand, no Kevlar or grenades. I guess I've seen stranger things happen. He's going to get the first one onto Kutcher. That's almost guaranteed. That's all he's going to get. So HellRaisers, they're just walking away with this game. I mean, their economy as well. They've got $10,000 plus and 3 players. They can buy back up for another 2 or 3 rounds at least.
Yeah, and remember as well, it's even worse than you think. When you're on to like 13k, 10k, you've got like 3 buy rounds in a row just on that money. But even if you're losing all those rounds, you're then stacking up your round loss bonus again. You get to a point where you can almost buy every round anyway. So it's unrealistic to expect HellRaisers to ever not be buying for pretty much the rest of the half.
It's just insane. I'm kind of speechless, shell-shocked here, Spud, to see Flipside getting this battered on CT side of Overpass, a map where I'd be expecting them to pick up at least 10 rounds on this half, and already that's not possible. I mean, best case scenario is 9-6. They do have the first kill. Will that it does get himself an AWP shot there. And they got double up comp again, which we saw on Nuke a hell of a lot on CT side. But it's back to the walls time. It's sink or swim. It's fight or flight. And HellRaisers,
they've got to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, surely they've got to win this one. But I would have said the same when Adren was in that 1v3. And look how that turned out for them. There we go. They have got the second kill. And that's going to get some confidence oozing through, though. And now Markelov knock him down. Gets 3. Beautiful play from Markelov. Very, very nice. And that really is just what the doctor ordered. Not only did they win the round, but they won it clearly as well. So that's a lot of money they're taking forward into the next rounds. And boy, oh boy, do they need to start getting some momentum on the board.
Yeah, double AWP setup they're going to run with now, and they need to absolutely lock down this round. If they can get all the rounds in the next half, in the rest of this half, they're still way behind, but they have a bit of a hope. You know, maybe they'll build up their own head of steam and start to roll away, but it's going to be super, super difficult for them. Just play it slow. Not let themselves get flanked like we've seen so many times. HellRaisers were playing in almost like crazy aggressive sometimes, but at the moment, we're looking to try and make it great duels. Angel is popping up to join up with the rest of his team, and it looks like they're all committing to this one pathway.
Yep, that definitely appears to be the case right here, as Will Let It is going to get the first kill again, so maybe that's a good omen for the CTs. Typically when he's got the first frag, they have converted that. There's the second one as well. And it could very well be a third. Adren is going to be peeking round. Will Let It misses that shot. Uncharacteristic for him. And Adren will punish him, but they're simple with the other AWP on the side and Blade both chiming in. That's going to leave Adren in another clutch. We've seen him 1v3. Are we going to see him go one better here and pull off the quad? He's got 28 seconds.
Bet no.
Yeah, he does have the bomb, full HP with armor and grenades, so a lot of things are in his favour, but the problem is he's only got 20 seconds to use it, Spud, and surely as soon as he gets towards this B site, he's going to get picked off from upper, where Blade's looking.
I don't know if we're going to have a pause after this round, but he's going to try. If nothing else, he can aim for the kill, but now there's just nothing. He's not going to get the plant at this point, so may as well go out with a bang and do as much economic damage as possible, because, of course, he's in a situation where, like I said, they're pretty much going to be able to buy for every round for the rest of the half, so do whatever you can. Maybe you'll put the CCs on eco.
And they already have 9 rounds, so it's almost like, hey, we have nothing to lose at this point. We're already in a really good position, so why not go for broke? You know, if I can kill 2 or 3 people by myself, that's still worth. Yes, Flipside have a lot of economy themselves. They've got 6,000. They've got 3 players on over 4,000, so they're pretty good shape themselves. But again, it's how much damage can I do? Because now if HellRaisers win this round, going forward into the last round of the half, maybe Flipside, instead of getting an AWP, have an M4. Instead of an M4, they have a FAMAS or something. It's these small incremental advantages that can prove to pay off so big.
Yeah, life is expensive as a counter-terrorist.
It sure is. It sure is.
Especially with everyone now running M4Ss. It's weird. Before they nerfed the S, you still saw some people running the A1. And now that now that it's actually more expensive, everyone seems to think like, well, that must mean it's better, so I should run that.
Yeah, and plus also defuse kits as well. Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. I was going to say the other one that's actually not okay for me to say while casting. So I nearly tripped myself up.
I assume the word tit is okay, right?
If it's a
Don't
bird.
be a tit, buy a kit.
Yeah, that's
fine. That's one of them anyway.
Yeah, there's worse ones than that, I've heard. But either way, Kutcher is going to get the first kill here onto Bondic. Camera, please. Switch across. Thank you. Will that it's there. Misses the shot and gets punished again. Oh, dearie me. They've lost the first 3 players.
Oh, yeah.
So, after getting a couple rounds back-to-back, it's familiar territory. It really has. Crumbling down.
Well, simple. Your time to shine, my man. And unfortunately, you have just shone in the wrong direction with an AWP blast that goes way skew whiff. Off is also, one unfortunately, not even vaguely in the area he wants to be. Like he's just going to opt to hold on to his assets, shall we say? Which actually came out a lot worse than I was thinking.
I was like, hold on a second.
That's not what I meant.
Onto his big gun, indeed. And he may get a kill out of this one. Mao is in a position. No, he's just going to miss him, and this could actually prove to be the end of his life. It will.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. That's got to hit him right to the feels. Because he really wanted to save that weapon. Yes, they have enough to buy up again, but it's the long haul. As I mentioned, if going through into the final round, they get themselves killed across the board, that extra M4 with grenades and Kevlar could have really made a huge difference. But flip side, they're going to be running the 510 on CT. I never thought I'd actually say that. But right now, that's the best that Overpass has to offer.
A real kick in the assets. And now HellRaisers, they're going to be trying to get something done, and they will indeed succeed. They found themselves 2 kills. If this round goes the wrong way, flip side, they can be staring so few in the face here. Markelov does get some work done, but it's still left in a 3-on-2. GOCL, he's going to look for the plant here, may actually be taken down for his troubles. He's down on half health, and they will get the kill, but the plant has happened, leaving us now 2-on-2, and my camera is completely screwed, sitting in the smoke, but still got the tools, and if they can just get that kill on Mao, that could have set them up so well, but they just can't kill him for some reason. By sheer force of magic, he survived for a very long time. It will still be the round in the end, going the way of Flipside, but my God, was it ever close.
I have no words to explain. It's like everyone suddenly enlisted to clown school. No one could land a shot, it seemed like, but Flipside do get the remaining kill and defuse, and they're going to be able to buy back up, but both teams are. And Flipside, man oh man, I feel like a broken record, but they desperately need this round, Spud, and then they need to win the pistol, and then there's so many more mountains for them to climb if they want to bring this back to a 1-1 in this best of 2.
Yeah, they're going to be a bit late out as well, because they just spent like the first 5 seconds of the round tossing their guns around, trying to figure out. God damn it! Shut up, you. That wasn't even bad, I think, probably, but they just spent quite a bit of time. And if HellRaisers were doing some kind of YOLO rush in play, we have seen them do sometimes. It could have gone really badly for them, but Simple will find himself the first hit. Does do a bit of damage, but not going to be returning fire again. He has just been taken down by Kucha.
Yeah, Kucha is in a good position to potentially get himself a couple kills there, but they're so low. There we go. Re-peeking from World Edit on top of the boxes. I mean, that is ballsy. That is absolutely ballsy to do, and he got punished. But look at Markelov's position. He should get this kill. Oh, he made a dog's dinner out of it. That should have been a clear-cut kill with 100% HP remaining for him, and he very nearly ended up falling down. Adren and Kucha both low. But HellRaisers have the 2v4 player advantage now. Make that a 4 versus 1. Markelov, the last player with 39 HP, and this is looking like it's got 11-4 written all over it. The bomb's been planted. He has no grenades to play with either side. I mean, surely he can't pull this off.
Nope, not without an aimbot, and that's going to be not something he's likely to do. So, with the position locked down, Dosia just finds that one. So, really, really disastrous half, basically, for Flipside, just all over.
Yeah, there's not too much more to say. I mean, 4-11 on CT is just simply not good enough. I mean, maybe they'll have the greatest T side ever, and they'll end up winning this game. But
maybe they'll discover some kind of amazing boost you could use.
Yeah, where have we seen that before? But I mean, maybe they'll just pull out a great T side here, or HellRaisers will crumble. But off that performance alone, they just it wasn't good, man. It was not good at all. People asking what BO2 means. Cindy asking what BO2 means. You have to win 2-0 to win skins from CSGO Lounge. It's actually 2 best of 1s, but for CSGO Lounge purposes, it's moved into a best of 2. So anyway, on the second half here, role's been reversed. Flipside now on the Ts, HellRaisers on CTs. And Flipside, they've got to get a move on here. They've got the bomb down, so that's the first tick off in this round, but is the retake doable from HellRaisers? They're going to be moving into position right now. Nobody's fallen down just yet, and the bomb is still ticking ever so quickly.
Yeah, they've got to try and find those kills as soon as possible if they want to retake, and Mao is going to try and force it. Actually, World Edit gets a bit cut off here as he goes in. They are kind of... It's a horrible mess that's going on right now. Everyone in very, very close quarters as kills go down left and right. Dosia, however, is the one who's been definitely making a lot of work happen. They tried to interrupt the bomb. I think it's Mao that's not... Oh, it wasn't Mao that was defusing. He was the one that had the kit.
They did just enough. Just enough. That was so
Wow.
close. But, flip side, by the skin of their teeth, they do pick up that round. And I was wondering, how is the retake from CTs? How is it going? Just about hold on, the flip side. But that's the first in a long list of criteria they're going to have to match and make if they want to pull this one back. First one is hold on to these weapon rounds. It is a force buy from HellRaisers with a scout 5-7s, and they're going to get the first frag. That's Angel getting one before dropping down, and now Kutcher could be falling. There we go from Markelov. That's pretty good from the tees. What do they do with this advantage?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they've got the man advantage here. They've got the gun advantage. They just need to play it slow. Sure they don't get caught out here. Simple is surely going to have been heard by Dosia then. He's pushed out, but not found the kill. Takes World Edit very, very low. But this should be the round here. I mean, are you even going to try and contest this? Save the scouts. But you can see how jumpy Flipside are. Markelov just took a pot shot at Blade, I think.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. When you've had a really bad half, it's easy to lose concentration. It's easy to go on tilt, as we were mentioning before, and that's one aspect of it. Is suddenly you go from being very relaxed and chilled to being snappy at everything. They are going to win this round. That's going to ease the nerves somewhat, but as you call, the scouts are going to be saved up going through into round number 18. And when you have the talent of players that HellRaisers do, they could definitely pull off a crazy, jump scouting headshot and break the deadlock in the next round going forward. So, flip side, there's so much pressure on their shoulders, and indeed there will be for the rest of this map now, Spud. They've put themselves in a position where they welcome that pressure onto themselves.
Yeah. Even if they get to 11-11, they still face the possibility that HellRaisers gets one round and then just starts the train rolling. It's a CT-sided map. Contrary to the round score, it is in fact a CT-sided map, and fairly heavily. It's not nuke, but fairly heavily so. How do you play around that? Well, you take it one round at a time. You take it one push in at a time, as Flipside are going to be doing now. Angel will actually look around just as the flash had come in. Bondic and Blade have been taken out of the picture. Angel now also looks in as they are just dropping like flies right now. Flipside have one man left, and it's Markelov on 12 HP.
But he's got the first kill. And a minute 5 to play with. The bomb is dropped.
Knowledge.
Oh, he's got the kill as well.
Wow.
Somehow, Flipside, again, clutch around that looked like it was just dead and buried. And I called it as well. I said these two scouts could do huge work. And we saw, I believe it was Angel up in Heaven, was just tagging everybody. And then Angel, sorry, it wasn't Angel. I think it may have been Adren that was tagging people. And Angel came in and finished them off. So it was looking really sketchy for Flipside there for a few moments.
Really, really sketchy indeed, but HellRaisers know they've got no pressure on their shoulders. It was an expensive round, so exactly a lot of money to work with here. You do end up losing one. Markelov is going to be dueling out against Kucha. Nothing doing so far. Continuing to play this kind of low encirclement heading towards B. That's definitely a difference between these two teams. A lot more heavy favoring towards B side here by Flipside.
Yeah, exactly. And HellRaisers, they got 11 rounds. So, I'm not sure how indicative of successful T-strats that is, or if it's just a case that Flipside kind of derped a tiny bit on CT. Maybe a bit of column A and column B there, but there was a bit of confrontation between Angel and Simple. Simple with the AWP had a shot across, but it's World Edit with the AWP, who breaks the B defense potentially. Angel is still there, and he opens up onto Bondic, but he gets taken down as well. And maybe Flipside are going to pull out a huge T half here, and we are going to get really close. Simple lands another AWP shot. World Edit tries the jumping AWP. It's not a scout, but he nearly gets on the second time of asking. And now it's on Kutcher in a 1v2. He's got an M4. He does have a flashbang, and he just caught a glimpse of World Edit. He gets tagged down to 16, and that could be all she wrote for this round, and indeed it will be. He's like, okay, the warning shot was enough. I'm gone. I'm saving this M4.
Yeah, the farmer has told me to get out, and he's pulled out his weapon. I'm gonna... I can't stop! Shut up! Stop chuckling! Right. But he pulled out his gun and got that hit, and that has pushed him away. Kucha, well, he was kind of left in a very awkward situation. You don't want to be locked down against two people who have a sort of a crossfire going on, and the AWP to cover your one angle of approach.
Yeah.
Not like it's surprising you.
No, definitely not. And 16 HP as well. So just everything was working against him, and Well Let It would know that he tagged him. So he knows it's a leg, 84 damage off or thereabouts, and you can pull out your pistol.
Dodgy flashbang.
Yep. They do keep the M4, and that could prove to be a determining factor. Kucha actually takes the M4 too long, but it's a B push from the terrorists. They do have the first kill in the form of Simple. And there's Dozier behind the site with 9 HP to his name.
Is he?
He's actually on the site, I believe. Yeah, he gets the first kill and gets dropped off instantly afterwards. Angel gets a 5-7 kill, and again this is going backwards and forwards in a round that really should be straightforward for Flipside. And the last remaining player is the only man with a primary weapon coming into this one. And that is Kucha with the M4. What can he do with it, though? He's on short. He's got the first kill through the smoke in the head. And that bomb hasn't been planted, Spud. That's the other thing. The bomb's not been planted, so Bondic can't rest on his laurels. He has to do something, and that's why he's picked it up and he's going towards A. This is smart from him.
Yeah, that's really, really smart, because he knows there's only two ways that Kucha could have gone if he wanted to contest B site there. And he didn't want to have to cover both. He's going to say, right, I'm going to force you to come to me in a different place entirely where you don't have any idea where I've hidden. Bondic now, where has he opted to hide? Ooh, going to be watching for the man coming up the stairs.
He has the advantage here.
Oh, he's bypassed him. Can he hear him? He must be able to hear him from here.
Yeah, he can. But he still has the advantage. This should be Bondic's every day of the week. There we go. Well played, well played.
Nicely done there overall. So, flip side, 9-11. Never say never. Good omen for the terrorists.
It is. And considering that they were 11-4 down, that's 5 rounds in a row for them as well, Spud, on T side. So maybe T-sided confirmed, HLTV? Maybe?
I think we may need a larger data set.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely CT favoured, this map, but this goes to show that the two teams, they are very keen on their strats, their set pieces. We'll let it with the first kill. Well, the second kill, I should say. And that will favour the Ts. When you go 1-for-1, that spreads the CTs a bit thinner. And Flipside will be looking to pounce on this advantage that they currently have. Adren as well has been their top fragger consistently. 22 frags for 12, and he's the only player to fall in HellRaisers. So Flipside, they have to make the most of this, but if they want to try and bring this one step closer.
And that tendency to hold on for a long time hasn't actually been as pronounced on this map as it was on Nuke, but time being, looks like they are willing to hold on. And I think HellRaisers smell a rat, judging from positioning here. They are all circling around and getting into position to hold A. There's even the fast rotate from the one man, which is Angel, sat there down on B, and they must know that the play is coming now. Dozier, though, will go down as Blade has found the kill. Here comes the push. Surely they've only got 20 seconds to work with here. Flipside are going to be making their way onto the site now. They bisected it with the smokes, and they are going to be trying to isolate those kills. But Angel has just rotated, as I mentioned, and Wilden is right next to Mao. He will find the kill, though, and that leaves us with the 2-on-1. The bomb is down. This should be Flipside's round. Angel is going to try and get something if he can. Now, he's going to be behind the boxes with a defuse, but will not find the kill. And Will Let It, by extension Flipside, have saved themselves once again. One more round.
Man, I would have quite liked to have seen him hold that defuse there from Angel. I know it's ballsy, but in a 2-on-1, you know where both the players roughly are. I feel like if he held on to that, he had a chance of winning that round. But
yeah, that's always the thing, right? The more ballsy the bluff is, the more likely it is to work.
The pros don't fake. That's what they say. It's easier said than done, you know, hindsight's always 20/20 when you're watching from our perspective. So you can understand why you'd have a quick peek. Adren, look at this from CT, so aggressive. Realising that something has to change. It's 6 rounds in a row to the terrorists, realising, okay, we have to push the boat out a tiny bit here. We can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But Blade gets the upper hand onto Kucha, and you can almost see in their aim that they're more confident now, Spud. These are shots they'd have been missing if you rewind about 10-15 minutes ago. So Flipside definitely bouncing back with a vengeance, and now it's HellRaisers who find the pressure mounting on their shoulders. Bondic's looking for that kill on towards the site as Dozier, who's back to on a way. Molotov connects there. And it's going to separate the herd somewhat from HellRaisers. But the terrorists are coming out second best in this exchange, or are they? They do get a kill back in the form of Markelov. The bomb is being planted. There's Bondic. He gets dropped down. And now it's all on Blade. He planted that bomb, but HellRaisers do finally break the curse and get themselves on the board on CT side.
Yeah, that is crucial for them, but... Ooh, that's going to be a tricky call, actually, now for Flipside. They should be able to get a pretty decent buy-up, but it might be worth saving another. Let's see what they choose to go for here. World Edit's got 7k, so he can certainly spread the love.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, actually, no, he's going to spread the love to himself with an orb.
What a selfish man. It's all good.
He does do a lot of work.
He does. He certainly does. You can understand that. This team were probably like, nah, you keep it. We're more comfortable with you running around with the weaponry. And they do have themselves 2 P250s with grenades and Kevlar, so even though it's not a full bag of weaponry in terms of assault rifles, it's still good enough to put bullets to foreheads and get the frag. And now it's Dren who's pushing through mid. Okay, you did a good job at pushing aggressive last round, but it's too predictable if you do it twice in a row. And he just found out the hard way. And look at this. They're already 2 players down. And what I'd quite like to see the terrorists do from this point is actually rotate through connector back to B, because they must know that A has both these players on. It doesn't seem to matter because they're getting the better of these exchanges. But honestly, I think if Flipside just went B there, this would be a very easy round for them. As it stands, Dozier could pull out something special, and there's the first kill. He's still on 100 HP, and he's looking for a second one as well. He's not going to get it there, Simple, with the shot.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot there by Simple, because if that, all you need to do in that situation is miss 1 shot each on the 2 AWPs, and you are out of there against an M4. But in the end, Flipside, I mean, we said stranger things have happened, and that's actually going to also make for a really difficult economic situation here for HellRaisers. They've got an AWP on themselves at this point. That's the only weapon they have opted to buy. See if Dozier can single-handedly carry their round. At the moment, they're sort of stacked, hoping someone's going to push in towards A, in through the toilets. But now, having seen nobody, let's move back a bit further. Bondic needs to be very, very careful, though, and he will get found out. HellRaisers looking to try and hold this one on, and it's going to be a very close confrontation very, very, very soon, I suspect, on the A site, as Blade is pushing on with an MP7 in his hand. World Edit supporting as he finds the AWP shot, but Dozier will return fire onto Blade. So, at the moment, it's looking very, very close, but there's just trading going back and forth. As Kucha. Oh boy.
Get wrecked. It looked like he was going to die spy. He just drops down and no scopes.
It's no problem, man.
It's still a 3-on-3 though. And this is an eco round with the AWP from Dozier. And so far so good for them. They'll be happy with this exchange. They may try and rotate back.
Mind game
could be a B, and it is a mind game, and Dozier re-peaks again. There's another one. He's on for his ace, he's already picked up 3. There's the 4th kill, and the bomb is down. And now World Edit in a 1-on-3 with 20 HP. That's a beautiful shot onto Angels. He tried to push. It's an AWP-on-AWP battle. 15 seconds left on the timer. Is World Edit going to just save this weapon, or is he going to go for broke? 10 seconds.
No way.
Why would you push him with 10 seconds? I don't understand that play at all.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. If you had, if you had 30 seconds, it would still be a really tough call to know whether to go for that or not. But yeah, that was a very, very odd one to go for. As it is, though, that's going to leave them once again forcing up. And they've done good work with their force buys recently, Flipside, but that juggernaut of momentum they had built up is going away, and they're not waiting. This is going to be an easy, fast B push.
That seems to be the case. They do get the first kill with Blade, but there is Angel with the AWP, and now Dozzie's in a really good position to spray down, and there we go, 2 kills to him. Nice shot from Bondic to bring this back to a somewhat even affair, especially as Bondic is going to get the second kill onto Dozier, who is still in the same position, so a bit predictable there through the smoke. That grenade is going to hurt. And that was a fail flash right there, ladies and gents, and that could prove to be actually pretty costly. A minute left on the timer. Bondic and Simple definitely have the time to play with and the weaponry to play with as well. It's a good smoke onto short. That's pretty much going to isolate Adren away from the rest of his team, but Kucha is moving into position. Molotov down on the site. That's going to stop the plant for a few more seconds here. And what's really good about that, Spud, is it actually stops that smoke from being effective, because they have to wait for the molly to clear, and then the smoke will be clear as well. So that pretty much resets that smoke, and then we're still on this 2-on-2.
Basically like an extraction mission, trying to get Simple out of the site, but it's going to come down to the 1v1, and Kucha will be finding it, and Bondik misses the shot as well. Get 9, but will not be able to turn, flick, and get another, meaning now HellRaisers are on 14 rounds. It's taken them a while to get back in gear, but now they are forcing Flipside, it looks like, to play for overtime.
It appears that these aggressive defensive positions are just paying off, and it's Flipside now trying to catch the aggression of the CTs off guard, and HellRaisers just always seem 1 or 2 steps ahead. Eco round for Flipside. So win this, or you have to win the next 4 to take it into overtime. And Adren from Toilets, who has been the standout player for me for HellRaisers, is just going ham. He's picked himself up too. There is the charge in. A kamikaze play from Marklov, gets himself 1 before falling, and now on a 2-on-3. It's not a bad round for the Flipside in the sense it was an eco, but again, it's the rounds that really count now, Spud. And they're so wanting this round. They so want to break that morale once more of HellRaisers, who are going to dig in deep here. They've got 2 players on A. Angel buys Lonesome on B.
Well, not a lot of smoke, so we can't see that set they usually like to use to bisect the. But here comes the push, actually. They're going to be finding each other. Fortunately, in the end, inferior weaponry. You can dink him all you like, but if you don't kill him before he kills you, they're going to be in trouble. Bondik now, they know his position. He's going to make the play. He will get the kill. And he's got 35 seconds. Looks like he's actually rotating around. Or is he just trying to mind game them again? It's a really tough call for Angel.
I think it's a double bluff, but I think Angel may have this one. Bondik, he's given his position
he looked away!
And he actually looked away. Somehow he's got past this. He's got 15 seconds, but he has to run straight for the site. And Angel knows that. But this bomb is going to get planted.
Quiet, though.
He is going to plant it. And now...
Is Angel walking, though?
He thinks it may be a bait and that potentially Bondik is waiting in one of these corners. Don't reload your weapon while walking around the corner! What is going on? The flashbang comes out. And now Bondik has the upper hand, but he's missed his shots. 8 bullets to go, and he needs this one. He does get it! And Bondik with the headshot. Such a calamity of misplays from both teams there. And somehow Flipside get their 12th round. I have no idea what just happened.
And they got it off just like a whole set of P250s. That's all they walked into the round with. Yeah, it went really well with their rush in. It was a chaotic fight around the toilets. But then they, not only that, they managed to somehow clutch it out in a 2v3. One man at the end there does do a lot of work, but it shouldn't have happened no matter how well he had played. So HellRaisers now, they themselves are the ones facing the pistols and facing with the pistols, and well, it's going to be a hell of a thing if they want to come back here. Well, come back into this round, I guess.
Oh man, what a round! What a round! And how do HellRaisers dust themselves down after that one? Because that should have been 15-11. That should have been another eco or force buy from Flipside. Backs against the wall, and instead it's the complete opposite. Flipside are walking away with this 27th round. The bomb's down, frags are plenty. It's just on Dozia, and he's surely going to get himself picked off by Bondik. There we go. Yes, HellRaisers will be able to buy back up here, but Flipside should have been dead and buried in this game. In actual fact, they're going to buy up more than likely, but it's not going to be a fantastic buy. 3,300 on Mao. You're looking at potential FAMAS, maybe even 5-7 with a bunch of grenades. So it's going to be the FAMAS option, and very bare bones on grenades. Look at that, just Angel has himself grenades.
Yep, and that is
no defuse kit as well.
Good. Not good at all, but they may be just about to... A very early confrontation here, but it's Flipside that come out the better so far. Though, I say that, and Kucha suddenly turns around and pulls out a 2v1 very nicely. Trade kills going back and forth. Dick got himself 1, but it still leaves us with the 2-on-3. I don't know if HellRaisers saw the bomb drop, but they've certainly got some play to work with as Bondik has just been taken out.
World edit. Everything rests on your shoulders right now. 1 minute. The bomb is dropped, and there is a player behind him, which will be unbeknownst to him, and that was Dozia, who is not going to be coming up. So, world edit now, with the longest round potentially of his life. Going to be moving towards that bomb. There is a player ahead of him in the form of Kutcher, who's going to be coming down those steps. This could be a free frag for World Edit. No, yes, he does just about get that. I thought for a second he'd whiffed his opportunity. 38 seconds, and now he is moving towards the A site, where Dozier is still waiting for him. Angel coming around from the back. This is where game sense really proves to be a huge contributing factor, because every single decision that World Edit makes from this point forward is going to determine whether he pulls off this 1v3 clutch or loses out. He's going for A. As a player to his left-hand side, he's going for the smoke, and in doing so, Dozier gets the frag. 15-13.
Nasty end for him. He, however, his team does have the money to buy up. Play for overtime. HellRaisers just need one round out of the 2 to follow. This is coming down so much closer to the wire than I could have ever possibly predicted. At the half-time mark, Flipside have done absolutely insane amounts of work in this half, but can they continue that trend now? The first kill here could be a huge determining factor. World Edit can actually get a good flash down. Seems like for now, there's not going to be much going on.
That Guernsey internet, though.
Oh my god!
It sounded like your mic just exploded in my ear. It was really weird. But
really?
You're back now. Yeah, it's like a kind of noise. It's all good.
I'm actually using a walkie-talkie.
We're casting via walkie-talkie. We're back in the 20s again. Let's go. It's going to be 15-13 if you just joined us, guys. First map was Nuke. Finished 16-13 to HellRaisers. So they are on the cusp here of taking this 2-0 in this series. Flipside, have themselves a bunch of weapons. Please go TV. Don't do this to me now. Are you having this as well,
doing it. It's doing it, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I thought for a second.
Okay, we missed nothing.
It's okay. We just missed the toing and throwing. 30 seconds now at the business end of this round. Nobody has fallen as of yet, and the CT is surely in a favourable position right now, especially as Angel's got himself on. There's Dozier as well. Blade does return fire, and Bondic as well, and somehow they get the opening pick onto Angel. How did that just happen? I was sure the CTs had this one in the bag, but maybe it still is for them. It's a 2-on-2, but Blade gets that kill, and then Kutcher goes back and returns the favour, and it's a 1-on-1 with the bomb planted. There's only 7 seconds left on the timer. Kutcher does know where Bondic is, but likewise, Bondic knows exactly what's up and does peek round and gets the frag after throwing out the flashbang. And there is another chapter to be written. Can Flipside pull this one back after going 11-4 behind on CT side?
I am scarcely able to breathe from the fact that it might actually happen. Look at the buy here for HellRaisers. 5/7s and armor, that is not a reliable buy. Are they going to be doing something wild and crazy? If they do, it may actually backfire here because Flipside, they're moving in aggressively. Angel will find the first kill onto World Edit. They're going to keep pushing on. They have no choice but to continue this momentum. They've got the bomb down, and this could be really awkward now for Flipside as they're getting forced back. Bondic and Blade are the only people alive, and Adrian Dozier finds some kills. Blade is left on 2 health, and he will go down. But 16-14. Flipside, if they'd only had even a decent CT half.
Oh boy. How gutted must Flipside be right now after weathering this storm?